Hey everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and I'm back with another review. And today we're taking a look at something fun and different. This is the Walmart exclusive Transformers the Movie Retro G1 Starscream. For those of you who may not know, over the summer it was announced that Walmart was going to do, well, we didn't know it was going to be a whole line or not, but basically they were going to release Starscream and Hot Rod, two figures I'm pretty sure they've released in the past, the G1 figures, but done with a paint job and tampograph that is more reminiscent of how they appeared in Transformers the movie. Now, um, in the case of Hot Rod, who, even though it's in stores, I'm not getting mine till the end of the month. Uh, that figure, it's the first time it's coming in its proper movie colors. This is I would say, a re release of the Takara book box reissue from the early 2000s, but maybe with the color scheme adjusted for the movie. That one was more of the general animation colors with stickers. This is just the movie design with everything tampoed for the most part. You are missing some of the toy detailing because that wasn't present in the film and what have you, but you do have the tampos, which I believe are the stripes here and uh, the Decepticon logos, as well as Starscream's face, which I think is the biggest thing because let me tell you, having to do the sticker to get those eyes on, ooh boy, that was an issue. Now, see, we just flipped it over, so you might have noticed this is a homage, I guess, to that book box reissue, as well as the Walmart reissue. I think came with it. This includes like the Megatron gun, so it's really pulling a lot from that book box reissue. Now, unfortunately, with most G1 figures, as some of you might know, uh, there's a lot of extra parts. And also, for safety reasons, things have been changed, which I have to call shenanigans. On the box, on the top flap, where they're showing the basic transformation, they are clearly showing the original G1 missiles with Starscream. If they didn't fire, fine. I have no problem with that. But what I do have a problem with is the bait and switch of showing those missiles, but then including these elongated ones just so they can fire. If you press the launcher on the null rays, yes, they do fire. So we'll put those off to the side. Also, as you saw, this does include a miniaturized Megatron that was originally included with that book box Starscream, as well as a newly molded fist so Starscream could hold it, as well as a fist for Optimus Prime. This figure does not include that fist for Optimus Prime. And yeah, no, the barrel doesn't come off, but the stock and handle separate to get into the figure's hand. We'll get into more of that in the robot mode. I unfortunately do have some quality control issues with this, but it is nice to have, and hopefully, if they do an Optimus Prime in this line at a reasonable price, I hope they do include the fist that can hold this. Other than that, looking at the figure, it is very nice. This is, we now know why the canopy opens, that this was a Diaclone toy and the pilot would fit in there. But this is what many of us had throughout the 80s as Starscream. That if you wanted Starscream, you wanted to play as Starscream, this is basically what you had outside of that classic Pretender toy. And it's interesting. It's different. As my Aunt Barbara had to show me on Christmas morning, there were a lot of extra parts to be added on. And really, a lot of this transformation is more of a parts formation. So, let's just get right into it. Now, the instructions show you. Now, let me show you that what we're talking about here. That if we just strip everything down, you have the null rays, the launchers there under the wing. You have these parts here. Although, to be honest, I remember these vertical stabilizers. They were attached And then we remove the landing gear. Oh, metal rolling wheels. Very nice. But this is the core Starscream. This is everything that transforms. And it's really not much. You're flipping the nose cone around and flipping out the fuselage here to form the arm nubbins, and then flipping these parts down to be the feet. So, yeah, you do have a lot there. But what I will do, let me just put everything back on, is I will do the transformation without removing the parts, because you can do the transformation in that without having to remove everything. Just got to rotate stuff out of the way. So that is nice. But and everything here except the wings and the launchers come in a again, the tissue paper pouch. So make sure you get all the parts. But yeah, so there you go. We got Starscream way back up. So now it looks like a jet. So we will pause. It gives me a second to adjust the camera, and we'll be back with the transformation. Okay, so not surprisingly, transformation is fairly simple. If you haven't already, you do want to remove the missiles, and let's just go ahead and remove the launchers as well as the front landing gear. All that has to come off because they will be pegged. The landing gear won't be used in robot mode, and will be basically be kept to the side. But to start the transformation, I guess what we can do is come to the underneath here, and let's rotate those fins back and then flip the feet down. And that's how Starscream is going to stand. Next, you want to start rotating the wings forward, and you maybe want to angle them out of the way just to give you some room. And then what you'll do is push down on the cockpit. There's a tab here on the fuselage that will friction into, and then come up from underneath and push the main section, the fuselage out. And in doing so, you want to rotate those parts around. Those will be the arms. There will be, of course, some extra parts forming to complete it. Next, what you want to do is push down on the nose cone, rotate it under so it can slide through. And this is, part of the classic transformation. If the classic Starscream masterpiece, they kind of keep this sort of intact. And then you're going to bring that back section up and over, push the nose cone down, and there you go. And very nicely painted. There's Starscream's head. Way more detailing, way more paint than on the original toy. The toy just really was all in black with, stickers for the eyes, yellow stickers. This is, a better representation of the head. So there is that. But now we have to finish the figure. And to do that, we have to bring in some extra parts here. And first, we're going to do the fists. As you can see, these are not the traditional Starscream fists. These are remolded to hold that Megatron gun. And unfortunately, there's a bit of an issue. So let's slide that on, just like that. And let me show on this one that while the top part of Megatron in its pistol mode can go in very easily, this bottom section, I guess because it's covered in paint, just will not slide on easily to and stay on to that bottom. So if you're going to be using Megatron's pistol, at least on my copy, it's going to be like that. So we can bring the wings up now. You want to angle them back a little if you so desire. And then we come to the null rays. Now we do have the launchers here, and we do have the actual laser blasters, which are missiles and can be launched. So you just peg them in like that, and then there were holes in the side of the arm. These, of course, were retooled for the reissues, the American reissues. Japan, you had the original missiles you always had with the working launchers. And this was nice because, yes, they look silly, but they did give you working launchers finally. Not even the original toys had that. And I should mention that the nose cone here is soft rubber. I think that was another concession to safety standards. But there you go. That's G1 Starscream. And again, for some of you who did not grow up back then, this is what we had, minus Megatron, in a darker color scheme, um, as our Starscream. So uh, you do have to carry around some extra parts to complete the robot mode. I can tell you on my vintage one that kind of got lost and separated. That for a while all I had were the wings and the fuselage. But there it is. And I do think it is kind of cool that even though we're a few years removed from the anniversary of the movie, they are still doing these type of releases. And I'm very anxious to get Hot Rod. I never had Hot Rod as a child, and I've never gotten any of the reissues, so I am finally to be able to handle that mold. And as of this recording, we do know, well, we don't know, there are images and rumors that we're at least getting a Thundercracker, which will just be a straight repaint of Starscream, including Megatron. One of the Insecticons, I think Shrapnel, Perceptor, and possibly even G1 Hound, who we did see some leaked images of. So they do plan on keeping this line going. And now in Hound's case, that figure has never been re-released, so that's a little exciting. But I have to be honest, for the price that these go for, I'm not sure how excited I am for them. But that's it. Let us pause, and I will come back with my final thoughts. Right there at the end, I started mentioning the price, and this might be a little prohibitive. This is about $33 and change before tax and shipping. So you're looking at anywhere between $35 to $40 to get these figures in hand if you don't have a Walmart in your area. Now, I do believe already these have gone on clearance in Walmart stores. Kind of funny, but, unfortunate. So yeah, there is that. So you might be able to get them for a cheaper price. Now, as I said, we got Thundercracker coming. I really can't see myself paying $33 for a lighter blue Thundercracker that's not going to have anything different besides the coloring to differentiate itself from Starscream. Maybe they'll surprise me and there will be something. I don't know. But as of right now, I think that's going to be a pass. And to be honest, the other G1 figures, I'm really going to have to see how they come out before going nuts and picking them up. I am happy that I got Starscream because I haven't really fiddled with a G1 Starscream in a while. But just doing this review, I've been satiated. I am very disappointed with the quality control that I can't get the bottom of the Megatron pistol on. And, even though these are supposed to be safety launchers, it was a little fiddly to get the missiles in and out. And of course, I can't leave this laying around because of my cat, who will definitely try to, and was trying to get to the missiles in the small pieces. And that's the big thing you have to remember. This is a G1 toy. There's going to be a lot of small pieces. But I can't deny it looks great. And again, depending on how far this line goes, to have G1 style figures to recreate scenes from the movie, that's something really I don't think we even dreamed of as kids because we just never thought of it that way. How many of us really realized that color-wise, what we saw on the screen was different to what we had in hand? But like I said, this is a Walmart exclusive. It is shipping from Walmart.com now and has been available in stores for quite a while. That's about it for the review. If you like this review, like, comment, and subscribe. That helps with the algorithms with YouTube. I always appreciate the views, but that gives us a little extra push. The channel should be exalted and held upon high. I also have a Patreon. It is www.patreon.com/ChuckDog1999. All I ask for is $1 a month, $12 a year. No thrills, no tiers, no special rewards. All you're doing is helping me help you to help me help you bring figures like Starscream to you, as well as keeping up the infrastructure of the channel. But as I always say, if you can't swing the $1 a month or $12 a year, your views are more than thanks enough. Patreon is just a cherry on top of an already generous Sunday. That's about it. This is your old pal Chuck for G1 Starscream. We will see you next time.